Hey everyone, and welcome to your Thursday mobility. Okay, so last week Alan focused on that shoulder and thoracic mobility. So this week we're going to go more lower body, and we're going to look at hip mobility, ankle mobility, and also strengthening of those areas too. Okay, so why is hip mobility important? If you lack mobility in your hips at all, it can, number one, affect your squat. Okay, so the more freely our hips can move, the more space we can create, the better our squat is going to be. And that's going to then go over into if your hips are really tight and you can't squat properly, it's putting massive pressure on your shoulders and your upper body, especially in that overhead squat position, the front rack position. Okay, so it's going to help a variety of things. People often think that hip pain is lack of mobility. Sometimes that can be a lack of strength in the hip flexors too. So you think about, a lot of us spend the majority of our time sitting down, especially at the minute when we're in the house a lot more. So in that seated position, your hips are in that shortened range. So that's going to get them tighter and tighter over time and make them weaker because they're not being used effectively. Okay, so as well as looking at we're going to do a mixture of dynamic and static stretching today, and then after that I'm going to show you just a few exercises that you can maybe throw into your routine a couple of times a week just to try and strengthen up those hip flexors a bit better, which is then going to help toe to bar, things like that. Okay, anything that requires a hip flexor movement, really, pistol squats, things like that. And then after that we're going to look then a wee bit, very briefly, at some ankle mobility as well. So we had a workout last week with the weighted pistols. Okay, so some of these ankle mobility exercises I would use before I even do pistol squats, just to try and help that range of movement there. So we'll look at that after. Okay, so for today you will need just a mat. I'm just going to use my rug in my living room. A yoga block if you have one. Not necessary, but if you have one, then bring it. I've got an ab mat. Okay, if you don't have either of those, maybe like a cushion, something. It's only if your hip mobility is really, really bad and we need to build up underneath your glute when we're doing some of the exercises. If you happen to have any type of band in your house, again, not essential, but I'll show you ways of using those. We can also do the exercises without, so don't worry about that. Some type of object. I've got a couple of books. This will become apparent when we go later on. Okay, just some of them at a bit of height on it. Okay, so we can use that. So that's today's plan. Let's get going. So don't need any of the equipment to start with, alright? So we're just going to get the hips warmed up first. So what I want you to do is just come back on your back and bring your right foot onto your left knee, and all you're going to do is sort of press it away. Don't need to be slow about this, we're just trying to get a bit of blood flowing through the hips. So 10 of these on this side. Been talking, so I don't know how many that is. 2 more. And then what I want you to do is take your right hand and push your right knee away. So you can even bring the feet up if you want to. Just push it away. We're just trying to get warmed up first, so don't worry if you're still a bit tight. Okay, change left foot on the left knee and just moving up and down, just getting that hip moving. Two more. Okay, and push away again. Three, two, one. Okay, back to the other side. One more set on each side. So 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on the 10th, push the knee away and hold for 10. Three, 2, 1. Release other side. So 10 pulses. Nine, 10. Push the knee away. Hold there. 3, 2, one, and release. Okay. Next, let's come to a seated position. Okay, and as always, I will demonstrate first if you just want to watch along, and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to go into what's called a 90-90. Okay, so it's basically chest forward, and you want both feet or both legs at 90 degrees. And from here, all we're going to do is, again, we're still getting warm through the hips. We're just going to come side to side. Okay, so do you want to set yourselves up in that position? 90-90, doesn't matter what side you start at, just make sure there's a right angle at both knees. Okay, and just lean back onto your hands, and from there, I'm just going to go side to side. We pause at either side. Good, drive those knees down. Okay, one more each side. Good, okay. So, we're going to do now one side at a time. So, bring yourself into that 90-90 position again, that we're talking about. Okay, once you find that, then you just want to come over. So I've flicked my legs to the left, so I'm going to come with my chest over my left leg. Okay, all we're going to do from here is just gradually try and force our chest down towards our knee. Okay, we'll go so far, we'll release, we'll go again and hold, come back. So trying to get a wee bit further every time. Alright, so first one, just bring your chest down. Don't go too deep too soon, okay, just take it easy. Hold there, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, a wee bit deeper this time. 3, 2, 1, and release. And a wee bit deeper again. And hold this one a wee bit longer. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, come swivel your hips to the other side. Alright, so again, making sure we have 90 degrees at both knees. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing 3 times, going progressively deeper each time. So first one, down and hold. 3, 2, 1, and up. Okay, a wee bit deeper this time. 3, 2, 1, and up. Okay, last one, a wee bit deeper again. We'll hold a bit longer again on this one. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, back to the first side. This time, what we're going to do is come down into that hold position, okay? So, and you're going to take your hand and place it on top of your knee, alright? Now just be gentle with this, don't push too hard. Forgot to say, this is the point where if you can't get into this position, stack your yoga block or your mat underneath your hips just to lift a wee bit higher, so it's taking a wee bit of that internal external rotation away if you're really struggling. Alright, sorry, I should have said that. So, in this position, chest facing down towards shin, hand falls, so I'm on the left hand side, it's going to be right hand on top of the knee. And what you're going to do is we're going to press down on the knee, so press it into the floor for 5 seconds, and then what you're going to do is try and force your knee up while pushing down for 5 seconds, then we'll release. Okay, we'll do that 3 times. Right, so first one, push the knee down in. Second one, you're trying to push the knee away from the floor. Okay, 5 seconds each. So hand on top of the knee, chest down, press down on the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, try and lift the knee, force against it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And come up. Okay, do it again. Chest down, get that stretch. Hand on the knee, press down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the knee up, force it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. One more time. Chest down. Hand on the knee. Press down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Force the knee up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Come to center. Get the legs be straightened out if you need. These can be quite tough. And as you all know, my mobility isn't the greatest either, so these sessions are just as tough for me as what they are for you. Okay, so let's go to the other side. So get our legs at 90 degrees. Find that position. I'm on my right hand side this time, so it's going to be my left hand up my. So same thing again, okay? Push the knee down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and drive the knee up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Okay, round 2. Press the knee down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive the knee up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. You will feel differences, like I've just felt there. I can lift my right knee a lot higher than what I can lift my left, so I'm obviously better on the right side. So you will feel different variations. It might be that on your bad sides you might have to hold positions for a wee bit longer just to get that mobility more, or moving more. Okay, one more time. Push down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, again, straighten the legs, give them a wee shake out. Hopefully everybody is okay so far. Okay, one more exercise in this 90-90 position, okay? We're going to face towards you this time. This one is probably the toughest out of them all, okay? So, in our 90-90 position again, a couple of different ways you can do this, okay? I like to support myself on my other hand, okay? Again, watch for a couple of reps and then I'll get you to join in. This hand you can either have out to the side or supporting down here. It's completely up to you. So I'll show you this option first. So all you're going to do is lift your back leg up and then rotate it around. This one is pretty tough. Try and keep the leg up over the shin and then make your way back around again. Okay, so that's with your arm out to the side. If you want a wee bit more balance, just put the other hand sort of in between your legs, lift up and around to the shin and back around again. Okay, so there are your two options. So, are we ready? I don't really know which option I prefer. Okay, so back leg at 90 degrees, front leg 90 degrees, lift the knee up and around. So I can really feel it right in my hip crease there, so just stick with it. And do 3 on this side. Just take your time with it, there's no rush. That's 2, one more. Back round. Okay, and relax. Go to the other side. So set your feet and your legs. Okay, ready? Lift. Yeah, so my left side is definitely worse. I can feel it on this too. Back around. Good. Breathe in. Round to the front. Back again. Good. One more. Lift and around we go. So if you think about it, this is kind of similar to the shoulder cars we were doing 2 weeks ago. So it's just getting that ball and socket joint moving through its full range. Okay, so if you need to, just sit up, get the hips a wee stretch out. We're going to do that one more time. 3 reps on each side. Okay, so set yourself up. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and lift. And round. Good. Keep squeezing, keep that foot off the ground. Good, that's 1. Dig really hard, fight with it. 3, good. Other side. We're all going to be so flexy by the time we get back to MCI, aren't we? Hopefully. Okay, 3 on this side. Ready? Lift. And around we come. Good. 2 more. Lift. Good. Last one. Lift. Back round. Good. Okay. Up we come. Okay, guys. So that's all of our sort of dynamic stuff out of the way. Hips should be well warmed up now. So we're going to go into more static holds for the next bit. Okay. So things that I have found to be useful in helping me. So first one, quite simply, is just going to be a squat. Okay, so obviously the best way to improve your squat mobility is just to force yourself into that squat position. Okay, so normal squat position, we're just going to come down and just try and let your butt drop right down to the ground as much as you can. Forcing those elbows into the knees. Again, we've done this with me, I think, my first week. So just hold there and you're forcing the knees out, forcing those hips out. We're just going to hold here. Remember to breathe. This is quite nice for decompressing the spine as well, this move, so enjoy it. Important thing with these is to just try and relax into the positions, okay? Try not to be too uptight whenever you're doing them. So that's when they become more difficult. Okay, 3, 2, 1, stand. Apologies if you can hear my knee creaks in this video. They're not the best. Okay, one more time. Down we go. Knees in. And breathe. Three, 2, 1, and stand. Good. Give the legs a wee shake. Okay, the next one, you want to come into a wide position. From here, you want to kind of do a squat to a lateral lunge like that, okay? So ideally, you're trying to get your butt down towards the back of your heel as much as you can. I'm quite limited in this movement, so if you can get down deeper, go down there. Just go to your own range, okay? Just make sure the knee is over the toe, okay? Don't let it fall, collapse in, or push it out too far. So over the foot and toe. Foot turn, toes up towards the ceiling. Okay, back to center. Other side. Center, other side. Try and go a wee bit deeper this time. Yeah, I can already feel myself going that wee bit deeper, so it's good. Another 10 seconds. 2, 1, center, back the other side. Five seconds. Okay, back to middle. Okay, we want to make it a wee bit more dynamic, so what you're going to do is come side to side. Let the heel lift if you want. Okay, so we're just going to do 5 on each side. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2. And relax. Okay, stay in that wide position. Alright. This time it's going to be dynamic again, but you're going to keep your heel on the ground, so it's just simply going to be there, to there, to there. Okay, so we're going to do 10 again. Making sure that knee doesn't collapse in, remember, so really force it out. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. Yeah, good, relax. Whew, okay. Next one then, we're going to come into a 90-90 position again with the feet, only in the sort of a lunge position, okay? So, the big misconception when trying to like stretch out the hip flexors, you have to come into this really deep lunge. Yes, it does work, but I have found, and I've seen it in loads of places, if you stay in this upright position, okay, so 90 degrees, and all you have to do is squeeze your butt, and you will feel the stretch straight away down here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So keep your ribs down, tummy nice and tight, squeeze the butt, and you should feel it, alright? So, ready, 3, 2, 1, squeeze the butt. And just breathe through it. Right, 30 seconds, we're going to hold it for. Just keep squeezing that butt. And release. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. 3, 2, 1, squeeze. And breathe. Another 10 seconds. Squeezing that butt. 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, other side. So nice upright position again. I can already feel it, I'm tighter on this side. Okay, so ready, 3, 2, 1, squeeze. So keep everything else nice and relaxed. The only thing that you should be squeezing is your butt. Seconds. 3, 2, 1, release. One more time. 3, 2, 1, and squeeze. Three, 2, 1, and release. Okay. Back to the original side. We are going to go for a deeper lunge this time. Obviously, every position has its use. So this time we're going to go into a deeper lunge. So you're going to let that leg be nice and long behind you, like so. Okay. With this leg, you can let your weight sort of go to the outside of your foot. See if I can get a better position for you, and let that knee sort of fall out a wee bit. I find that most comfortable. And from there, what we're going to do is, so if your right leg's forward, your left arm's going to go on the floor. Okay, I'm going to go back here so just have room on that. So left arm down, and we're just going to do the lunge rotations that we did a few weeks ago with me. So left elbow on the floor, that knee's driving out to the right, and all you're going to do is twist yourself round like so. Okay, so we're going to do 5 on each side. Okay, right, so get yourself in position, elbow on the ground. If you can't get your elbow to the ground, which a lot of people can't, just simply come onto your forearm and do it that way. Okay, so if you can, elbow to the ground. Right elbow, get it as close to the ground as you can at the start, and then twist round. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, and 5. Okay, change sides. So leg long behind you. If you've got your left foot forward, then right elbow comes to the ground. Okay, elbow down and twist. That's 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm going to do that one more time each side. So change legs again. See if you get a wee bit deeper into that lunge this time. Elbow down. Okay, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Change sides. Okay, so you should feel this like right round the outside of your hip into your glute. Okay. So elbow down. Last 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And relax there. Okay guys, just 3 more positions to go through on the hip mobility before we head into the strengthening exercises. So the next one, it's a sort of similar to the pigeon stretch I've done with you before, but only in a more upright position. Okay, so what you're going to do is come onto all fours. Again, if you want to watch first, I'll demonstrate and then we can do it after. So onto all fours. One foot, so say your right leg comes straight out behind, left knee stays bent, okay? And then all you're going to do from there is bring the foot in. So if it's your left leg, you're going to bring the foot in up towards your right hand, so to like 45 degrees. And then from there, we're just going to laterally shift our weight over to the left, so push over, and you should feel this on the outside of the hip, okay? So shift your weight over. Alright, so come and get yourselves in that position. So hands underneath the shoulders, right leg straight out behind you, left knee bent on the floor. What you're going to do is bring that left foot up towards your, as if you're trying to point it up towards your right hand, okay? 45-degree angle. Once you find that position, you've set it, just send your hips over to the left and hold there. Back to center. And again, keep that tummy nice and tight. Shift the weight over. A wee bit deeper each time. Back to center, good. One more, and push. Back to center, okay. Bring the right knee in, so bent. Left knee straight out behind. Bring the the right foot up towards the left hand. And then we're going to shift the weight to the right this time, so shift over. Hold there. Release. Good. And again, shift. Back to center. Last one. 2 more left. Next one. What I want you to do, and again you can sit on your yoga block, your ab mat if you want to, so if you find it helps you, just place it underneath. But you're going to bring your feet together, so a bit like a butterfly sit up, and you're trying to pull our feet in as close to our hips as we can, okay? Holding on to the bottom of the feet, let the legs just, the knees just drop towards the floor, and just pull your chest in forward. Now listen, this is as far as I can go. Some people can get their chest near up right to the ground, okay? Again, just go to where your range lets you without hurting yourself, okay? So yes, it should feel a wee bit of an uncomfortable stretch, but not to the point of pain, okay? So just go to where you're comfortable with and hold and breathe. Okay, release it off, and we'll go again. Just try and get a bit deeper this time. So force the knees down. Pull the chest in towards the feet. And release. Okay. One more position. This one's called the frog pose, okay? So, knees are going to be nice and wide. It's up to you. I like to put the feet out wide. Some people like them in more narrow. It's complete personal preference, really. So, weight on your hands in front of you and just increase stretch. Now do this very slowly because it can be quite intense. You're just going to push your butt back towards your heels to where it's comfortable and hold there. So you should feel this right up the inside of your thighs. Remember to breathe. Okay, release. So just bring the hips forward and back again. And release. Good, guys. Ooh. Hopefully those hips are feeling a wee bit looser. Okay, so we've looked at the mobility side of things. Alright, so like I said, hip pain and hip stiffness isn't always due to you not being flexible. Sometimes it can be a strength issue because sometimes these wee muscles are just underworked and overlooked quite a lot. You know, there's the wee muscles that nobody pays attention to. So I'm going to show you a few exercises that you can do at home to help strengthen up those hip flexors. Okay, so we will go with first, if you've got your block or your books, or you can do this over a kettlebell or a dumbbell, anything at all. So just going to set them in front of you. Why I'm using the example of books is you can gradually get this pile higher over time, so you're forcing your leg to get higher. Okay, so just watch me for a few reps and then you can join in. So all you're doing is flex the toes towards the shin, and all you want to do is lift back and forward. Keep that leg nice and straight from side to side, okay? And that will work this wee muscle in here, okay? So get ready. We're going to do 10 reps each leg, okay? So flex toes towards the shin. Let's go. 1, 2, okay? So nice and controlled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, change legs. Flex the toes. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright. Do one more set each side. Ready, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change legs. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we're just going to do 2 sets of all these, guys, but at home, if you're doing it on your own, you can do 3 to 4 sets if you really want. Okay, and start off with 10 reps. As you progressively get better, then we can build at 12, 15, 20 reps. Okay. So the next one, if you have a band, I want you to place it around your feet. So this one's called the psoas march. Alright, so band around your feet. You can do this without the band if you want. So just lying flat on your back, pull the band apart slightly with your feet, and all you're going to do is alternate legs. So push away, like so. Alright, so get yourselves in position. We'll do 10 each leg, so 20 in total. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and relax. It's quite easy to come in and do the WODs every day. With things like this, like all these wee exercises are working all the wee stabilising muscles of the hips. The same way as we should pay attention to all the wee stabilising muscles of the shoulders. Those of you who know me know like how boring I find the rehab from shoulder surgery. But it is important to build up all those wee stabilising muscles, okay? Because very often the WODs can focus on big muscle groups, but if you're not working those wee small stabilising muscles, that's when the instabilities can occur, that's when injuries come, okay? So I know some of this stuff might be a bit boring, but it is worth the effort of putting a bit of time into it, okay? So hopefully you will reap the benefits of it as time goes on, okay? One more set of these. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, good. So, for the next one, again, you can do this with a band or without, okay? Some of you may have seen this before. Bring the band up so it's around sort of just above your knees. And we're going to do the clamshell, okay? So this works on a bit of external rotation. My band isn't great, so it keeps flipping. External rotation and glute activation for this one, okay? So, if you can get a decent band, that's what it stays. So you're going to come onto your side for this one, okay? And it is what it says, we know a clamshell opens up and down like that. So what's going to happen is you're going to try and, well, the feet are going to stay stacked one on top of the other, okay? You can use this hand to support. All you're going to do is lift the knee and drive it up that way, okay? Like so. So again, like I said, you can do this without a band. It does make it pretty hard with a band, especially if you're doing loads and loads of reps, okay? So you're just lifting the knee. Try and not let your pelvis come backwards, okay? So try and keep the pelvis set in one position. Squeeze in here and up, okay? So we'll do 10 reps each side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Here's the other side. You can just flip over if you want. But I'm sure you don't really want to watch my back, so I'll turn around. Okay, tail on this side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring it back to first side. Okay, last 10 on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Good. Other side for our last set. 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Good. So they should burn a wee bit. Burning is good, as long as it's not painful. Okay, so another couple of exercises which we have been doing in some of the WODs, so that's good, but obviously when we have them in a WOD, you're trying to do them quickly, so you're not really focusing on perfect form. Probably should be, but so Monday's WOD we had single leg glute bridges, I can nearly speak. So they are very good, so I'm not going to show you them because we've already done them in Monday's WOD. Okay, so again, what we did 40 rounds, so 10 each leg, so you can do a few sets of those. Another one is the single leg deadlift, which we again have looked at in the WOD, but you've probably done it at rapid speed. I know I did anyway. So we're trying to look at the stability through the hip on that one. So you can do it without a weight. So if it's just come down, touching the floor, and really feeling it through the glute and the hammy, and getting that stability in the hip. Okay, so that's another one you could do. And then obviously changing sides, you'll get to one side more wobbly than the other. So there are 2 other exercises which we've done before, and that you could include in that wee routine if you want. Okay, so that is all the hip stuff out of the way. I'm sure you're glad to know. So we're just going to do a quick section on some ankle stuff. So obviously ankle and hip mobility together is going to improve your squat massively. Okay, so no good having mobile hips if you're totally immobile ankles, and vice versa. Okay, so just going to show you the way I would sort of stretch them, and a couple of wee exercises that you can do. So the most simple one, I've shown a few people this on a bench before, but you can do it on the floor. So just come down into sort of a kneeling position, like so, and all you're going to do is try and force your knee forward. Okay, so I'll show you from this angle. I'm just trying to force my knee. Obviously we don't really want to see knees in front of toes when we're squatting, but it's a good way to sort of stretch out this front portion of the ankle. Okay, so, and I find if I do this before I pistol squat, it makes a massive difference. Okay, so just hold it there. You can have feet by your side. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can hold a dumbbell or a kettlebell on top of here as well. I find body weight is sufficient for me, but again, everybody's different, so. Okay, release. Other side. You may feel this up sort of the back of your ankle and your calf as well, and your Achilles. Again, you probably have one side tighter than the other. My left calf can fit it here, so obviously a wee bit of tightness there. Okay, just hold. And it's important that you keep your heel on the ground for this, okay? Do not let the heel lift up. So if you can only sort of get to there and then your heel starts lifting, that's your range of mobility, okay? So it's going to get better over time, only if you practice it. So mine isn't too bad. One bit of mobility isn't too bad, thank God. Okay, change back to the first foot. And really force that knee forward. Okay, up to the other side. And release. Okay, on your feet for the next bit. It's kind of similar, but we're going to bring stability into practice here too. So what you're going to do is, it's sort of like a one-legged squat, but we're not looking like pistol sort of depth. We're just looking so you can come down and forward, bring that knee forward. So whether you bring your foot out front or your foot behind, it doesn't really matter. It's just all about finding balance here. You need to see it from the side. Okay. So instead of sitting our butt back, we bring the knee forward. Stand. And again. Obviously if your balance isn't great, find something to hold on to at the same time. Okay, one more time. Really try and grip the floor with your toes as well. Okay, change sides. Nice and steady. And up. Down. Again, try and keep that knee over the toe, don't let it cave in. Nice and steady. And up. One more. And stand. Okay, last wee bit. It's just working on sort of hip and ankle stability. So a few skaters, so we're going to be going side to side. So find your balance. I'm just scared that my mat is going to slip from underneath me. Yes, it is. Okay, just let me move it out of the way. That would make the bloopers video. Okay, so what you're going to do is sort of, if you're going over to the right, push off your left leg. Land, as you see, in the balance position. Find your balance. Push over to the other side. And balance. Okay, so we'll do 5 each side. Ready? And go. 1, hold it there. 2, hold. 3, 4, 5, 6, whoop, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Guys, just a few examples of different things we can do for the ankles, okay? Doesn't need to be overly complicated, and just simple things you can do before squatting and pistol squatting. Hopefully the hip mobility section was useful for you and you'll take something away from that. And I hope you find today enjoyable, okay? It's not always comfortable doing these things, but hopefully if you keep doing them over time, you will feel the benefits from them. great being with you today again. One day closer to seeing all your faces again. I'm sure you're all really missing the gym. We're all missing you too. We're missing being able to coach us, but just glad that we can still interact with you through these forums, Instagram, Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, so obviously can't wait to see you in person, but in the meantime, stay safe, keep yourselves well, keep yourselves fit, and keep tagging us in all your efforts. See you soon, guys.